because he's arrogant.
If Arsenal sack Arteta and Amorim gets sacked, I want Arteta at Man United.
No, don't be silly.
I'll take Arteta
Get
at
out
Man
of
United.
here, man.
To
What I
me,
think you're going to
even
say.
as a United fan, living in London, I have to say, Henry just has more va-va-voom in it. He gets you off your seat. But I don't think we're getting top 4, top 5. I think Amorim is going to be sacked. I think this is a write-off season, just like the last 3-4 seasons we've had.
So you hope he does well.
By January, I think he's going to be sacked. Bruno.
Yeah.
But from a United perspective, I would have taken the money and ran.
I don't see Liverpool doing it.
Mm-hmm. Why? They've invested heavily. Why don't you think Liverpool?
I'll tell you why. I don't think Salah is going to give a season like he gave last year.
And also, my main reason is this, and Arsenal fans, you're not going to like me for this, right? I think Arsenal fans are the most volatile fans there are in the world. They're one win away from thinking they're the best team in the world. Yeah. And then one loss away from jumping off a mountain.
Hello, assalamu alaikum, and welcome to another episode of AAA Talks. I am your host, Muaz, and today we're going to have a bit of a different kind of episode. I'm joined with our friend and brother and one of the favorites of this podcast, brother
Ahmed. That's too kind of you, mashallah. Ahmed Tamal.
Well, you are a hat-trick hero. This is the third time for him to be...
Second?
Third, bro. This is our third episode.
Okay.
So
hat-trick, mashallah. It goes with the topic today.
It goes with the topic, guys. And the topic is, the usual Saif and Yahya are on their holidays. And I thought, you know what? There isn't really a better time to talk football. So we're going to talk football. For those of you who don't know, myself and brother Ahmed are crazy Man United fans.
We have to be. We're from London.
First thing that we should talk about, let's get straight into it. Are we finishing top 4? Or actually, I believe it's top 5 now to get into Champions League.
Yeah. It's interesting that's even a conversation, right? Top 4, top 5. Before, back in the day when we grew up, are we going to win the title? We're talking about top 4, top 5 now.
Bro, don't put me in a nostalgia lane.
We have to live in reality. It's just what it is.
We were spoiled.
Yeah,
we were spoiled. Yeah.
But I think there's advantages to that, by the way. We grew up knowing what good football is as a result of that, right? Because we saw it. We know how a good organization should be run in football, right? And that's not what Man United are right now. But based on that,
I mean, are we?
I don't mean to put a downer already, right?
Are we improving?
No, I don't think so.
Transfer window. Has it given you hope? We've got Cunha, we've got Mbumo.
See, that's the thing. Every new season is designed to give fans from anywhere hope, whether it be transfers, whether it be a new manager, whether it be a youth player coming up. So if I don't have hope, there's no point in me watching, right? Okay. So I am backing Amorim, inshallah, from a perspective of I hope he does well.
Okay.
Right? I'm hoping, I've seen Mbumo over the
brother Mbumo, by the way.
Is he Muslim?
I heard he's Muslim, yeah.
You sure? His first name's Anthony, isn't it?
Guys in the comments.
I might have the wrong.
Guys in the comments, correct us if we're wrong. But yeah, go on.
I'm not sure if he is, but either way, right?
Okay.
So I've seen him play. I mean, he only played one preseason game.
Yeah.
And Buemo looked good. He looked good. His speed of thinking, his touch, it's very good. Yeah. Right? He's not taking 3 touches to pass the ball on. He's doing it in the first touch or the second touch. Cunha's a maverick. He looks good. Dogu looks good. So in Dogu's, it's like whatever happened with Evra. He came in January and then the next season he did well.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not compare someone who's been in for 5 minutes of a world-class legend of the club.
No. That's not what I mean.
Yeah.
Evra, without a doubt for me, is one of the most underrated left-backs ever. He's a legend, 100%. Dogu doesn't even go near him yet. Okay. All I'm saying is that there's hope.
Okay, right? There is. It's the hope that kills.
For all these reasons, I have some hope. Otherwise, it would just be a complete... It'll be even more torturous than usual.
Okay, but you're running away from the question.
Yeah.
Do you see us finishing in the Champions League spot?
No, I don't.
Even if Sesko goes over the line? Because as of now, guys, we are recording and Sesko is very close to joining Man United.
I'd be very honest with you. Sesko, I haven't seen a humongous amount from him. From what I've seen in his highlights, I don't think he's terribly different from Højlund. He has more skills. He dribbles better. I don't think his stats are amazing, particularly seeing the Bundesliga. and you've got people like Mkhitaryan there who had like 30 plus goals and assists.
Haaland came from the Bundesliga. Come on.
And he had, so the Bundesliga is so hit and miss. Kagawa came from there. Jadon Sancho came from there. United don't have a good history when it comes to the Bundesliga, right? So I'm not super excited about Sesko personally.
So if we get him over the line,
instead of Sesko, I would have gone for probably even less money. I would have gone for
Ollie Watkins.
No, never. I would have gone for Gonzalo Ramos, PSG.
Yeah, but that's never gonna happen, bro.
He's second choice. Gonzalo Ramos, I think, will probably make it. He'll leave this summer. Either this summer or next summer, he's going to leave because he's better than being second choice.
Didn't you only get him like
they got him on loan 2 years ago. Then they confirmed the signing last year.
Okay,
and he's not playing first team. Do you know what I mean? He's good enough. I think that could have been a sneaky 50. In fact, the rumor is Newcastle might get him instead of Sesko now.
I feel sorry for Newcastle. Seems like everyone they wanted to get just didn't come to them.
But back to your question.
I personally think if we get Sesko and we get a central midfielder, I think we'll finish in the Champions League spot.
Sesko and a central midfielder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
I see the logic.
Because
but what type of central midfielder? Who are you looking to replace? Ogate, Casemiro, Bruno? Do you think Bruno should have gone to Saudi, by the way?
That's a good question. Now, that's. I think we could have done with 100 million. We could have potentially got a world-class central midfielder to replace him. But I've got nothing but respect for him. I honestly, I think I would have done the same. I think I would have stayed.
Would have stayed.
Yeah. He's in it for legacy, man. You got to rate Bruno, man. You got to rate him because I'd say 90% of players would have, maybe even more actually, maybe 99% of players, they would have taken that money. They would have bit your hand off. But Bruno, bro, you got to rate him, man. You know, he's not fazed by money, and that top respect to him. And he's our captain as well, bro. And he's
making 300 plus grand at Man United.
But it was rumored to be what, 600?
Yeah, double your money, right? So
I have no tax, so quadruple your money.
I have to rate him for what you said, but at the same time, as far as I remember,
you're talking from the perspective of the club.
I think Bruno's 29, right?
I think so.
I think Bruno's thinking to himself, next season I'll still get the same offer. The season after I'll still get the same offer.
No,
2 seasons later I'll still get the same offer. Ronaldo's getting that offer right now at 38, 39, right? So I don't see it in such a same way as you, but I do respect Bruno. Yeah. But from a United perspective, I would have taken the money and ran.
I don't think as fans we need to be worried about.
I would have taken that
selling
money,
our captain, man.
Bro, I would have taken that money and I would have ran. Because the consequences of that are going to be people like us losing valuable youth players.
Look, I'll tell you.
Us losing Garnacho, us losing Mainu.
But we're not
players like that. That's what's going to happen.
Mainu's signing.
Well, let's look at when we go into Amorim a little bit more.
Okay.
We'll see what space Mainu really has in this
team. All right. Let me tell you something. I think that if Bruno is going to be a central midfielder this year, we should have sold him. Because he's not fit for central midfield.
You don't think he can play that role with a holding midfielder? The box-to-box?
Unless we get a really good holding midfielder. But the truth is, I have no faith in Casemiro. I have no faith in Ugarte. He's like a jack in the box. I can't.
You know, bar the last game, Ugarte's had a good preseason. I actually like Ugarte.
I'm basing it on last year. I'm not basing it on preseason. I mean, preseason, you can't really base too much off it. Mainu, apparently he's lost like a couple kilos and he's super trimmed down. If he can be a bit more mobile in the central midfield, I might have faith in him. But again, I don't have faith in Mainu, Casemiro or Ugarte alongside Bruno. I don't think he has the discipline to stay in that position. I think he could pull it off against maybe weaker opponents when we're on the front foot. But I think he needs to be in the 10 role. And I think maybe one of Mbeumo or Cunha should be a bit of a false 9 or... But then again, we're getting Sesko. So it's a strange one. If Bruno plays in the 10 this year and pulls up the numbers in terms of chances created, I think we did a good job to keep him.
The truth is that midfield hasn't worked. So I understand why you don't like that midfield. It hasn't worked.
I'm thinking of all 4 combinations of all of the players. I can't think of anything that would actually work.
But at the same time, I personally put that down to Amorim's system because I think those midfielders can work together in a 4-3-3.
If they were 3.
They can't work together in a 3-4-3, but they can in a 4-3-3. But if Bruno still plays number 10, we've messed up. You don't spend 70+ million on Cunha, on Mbeumo and Cunha, 60 million on Cunha.
Yeah,
and then
but they could
Sesko
rotate
up front, another 70 million, and then you have one of them on the bench. And then you got Mason Mount on the bench. Then you got Zirkzee on the bench, and these are all. And then Ahmad, if he doesn't play the right wing back, which he should, by the way, based on Preseason, he's quality,
proper quality, and he plays it really well. Like he's been drilled into that position all of his life.
If we do that, we've messed up.
So you're for Bruno playing centre mid?
I think it's United are a mess. I don't think we're making top 5. I'm not for a lot of things. I was trying to be positive in the beginning.
Yeah,
I don't have a positive outlook on Man United this season at all. I don't think we're making top 4. I don't think we're making top 5. 5, maybe outside bet if I have hope in this new system, like which is I don't even understand what anybody has. But if I buy into that, then possibly 5th. But I don't think we're getting top 4, top 5. I think Amorim is going to be. I think Amorim's going to be sacked. I think this is a write-off season, just like the last 3-4 seasons we've had.
So you hope he does well
by January. I think he's going to be sacked.
So you hope he does well.
Yeah.
But you believe he'll get sacked by January.
Yeah.
As of now, are you Amorim in or out?
No, right now I'm Amorim in. We started the season.
Okay.
We started the season.
But you have no faith in him. You think he'll get sacked.
So look, if we're going down this road, right? If we had this conversation 3 months ago, I'm Amorim out. In the beginning of the season, do I think we should sack my manager right now? No, bad timing.
Yeah.
But I think Ineos have made a catalogue of terrible decisions.
100%.
They don't inspire any faith. You don't sign Mike Ashley, not Mike Ashley, what's his name? Dean Ashworth.
Dean Ashworth.
Dean Ashworth, yeah. You don't go for him for 1 year, spend 10 million and then sack him after 2 months and then still expect us to have some kind of faith in you. You don't invest.
What is it again? His period of time on gardening leave was longer than him actually being on the job.
It's crazy. He's made so much money just sitting on a couch for so long now. But you don't back Ten Hag, invest 200+ million on his squad and his players.
Do you think they did that? Do you think they did that with a background thought of?
Let me finish that point quickly. Sorry, and then sack him while all his players are injured, right? And then you don't bring a man who plays a completely different system. Right? 3 quarters, just a quarter of the way into the season, and then not support him in January, right? And then, fine, you did that. Now you're giving him more time. But what did he warrant? What has he done to warrant that time? We came 15th.
Did he need to do anything to warrant that time?
I think 100% he does.
Really? In less than a season?
First of all, we gave him a 3-year contract, right? So our belief in him wasn't humongous anyway. Right.
Yeah.
On top of that, we gave him.
You mean 3 years as opposed to the usual 4?
Usual 5 contracts. These are 5-year contracts, right? Yeah. So a 3-year contract is relatively short term.
Yeah.
He got that, right? And then he might not even be 3 years. I think it's 2.5 that season when he came.
Yeah. That season plus 2 more.
Two more after that. So that's not exactly inspiring confidence.
Yeah.
But anyway, look, we gave him. He had 8 months in the job, right? And we came 15th. As bad as that team squad might be, it's not a 15th place squad.
No, it's not.
Do you know what I mean? It's just not a 15th place squad. Onana is
he said we'll suffer now to
somebody who's in an upward trajectory in his career from Ajax to Inter Milan, Champions League final, is in a 15th place goalkeeper. Dele is in a 15th place defender. Euro, 70 million, battled with Real Madrid, is in a 15th place defender. Mazraoui, etc. Martinez, these aren't Dalot, even Real Madrid were linked with him a season ago for 50 million. These aren't 15th place defenders. Ugarte, even though you don't like him, he's not a 15th place midfielder.
No,
he's not that. Nor is Bruno. Casemiro, even with his age, Mainu, Garnacho, these aren't like that. So has he been able to?
So you're saying he never got the best out of that talent?
He never got the best out of that talent. I don't think he's improved anybody bar Ahmad, right? Ahmad. Yeah. I don't think he's improved anybody bar Ahmad, right? And he's done a really good job with him. I think he's even gone back on the youth because I don't think Mainu fits into an Amorim system. It doesn't work.
I don't think that's a youth thing. I think he has still promoted a few youth players.
He has Heaven, Fredrickson. He has.
Kobe Martin.
But not during preseason. He didn't. They got very few minutes. Kone didn't even play.
I rate that.
I rate that during preseason,
bro. Preseason
is the only time Man United fans get to see the youth play.
But that's the thing. We need to get out of that because it used to be about preseason, having a laugh. It's a bit of lads on holiday. Everyone watched the youth play and stuff. Let's see which one's gonna catch the eye of the manager to fit in. I don't think we're in such a privileged position. I think this Premier League little mini series thing was a wicked idea because all of those other teams, by the way, they went in hard. Yeah. So I think it's really good for fitness. It's really good to build that experience. It's almost like we're going into the Arsenal match as this is our 4th Premier League match of the season. Yeah. And I think it was very clever of him, at least for the first half, to play a strong 11. I know he made changes in the second half, but I think that was a very good idea, to be honest.
I think you make a good point. And it's interesting. Preseason has not been like how it was ever this time. You've got players like diving. You got players
yellow cards, penalties. We got 2 penalties.
But I mean, like going in hard, like injuring people. Studs down the back of the leg type of thing. It's crazy. Yeah. Preseason was never like that.
It's definitely this Premier League.
So I agree with you. It's good to see the first team play as well. I want to see that as much as I can. But I also want to see the likes of Kone, like a young Mainu, kind of break through and be like, "Hey, it's Mainu. Look how good he is."
Yeah.
Same thing that happened with many of our youth. Growing up. Yeah. But we're going to bounce back and forth so many times.
But on the topic of Mainu, do you think...
Are we going to Amorim or are we going to...
Yeah, let's stay with Amorim, but because you said Mainu won't fit into his lineup, and Mainu is... We actually, as United fans, I think most United fans probably have more faith and hope in Mainu and his potential than Garnacho. So do you think... What did you say?
For me, equally.
Really? Equally?
I think Garnacho...
Mainu's first season, he tore it up.
I think Garnacho broke through. The
guy all the way went to the Euros final for England.
MashaAllah.
Along with Rice.
Garnacho, he lost... His stock went down in value due to Amorim and falling out with him.
That's because of the formation, right?
Yeah.
So you're still stuck on the formation that it never worked for you.
The formation doesn't work for me. I like wingers.
And it pushed Garnacho out.
I think the formation destabilizes a team. So if I go back to my point here, right? Yeah. You sack Ten Hag and then you got in a man who plays a completely different formation, right? And it's not that he just plays a different formation. It means you need a different squad balance as a result of it. Now, if you invest in this man's squad balance, right? He has to warrant that. And that's my point. What has he done to warrant saying, hey, invest 200 million, 300 million in my vision? Because you're going to have to chop up your squad. You're going to have to get rid of... Mainu doesn't fit into that team, by the way, and I'll tell you why. A Garnacho, wingers don't fit into that team. Look at all the players he's got rid of. And I'm saying Rashford should have gone 2 seasons ago anyway.
Yeah.
But, Sancho, was a bad apple. Anthony, but these are all wingers. His system doesn't like wingers in that sense. Right.
But don't you think any of them...
I like wingers. Wingers are a core part of what I saw growing up. My favourite players always have been wingers. You're talking about Giggs, you're talking about Rivaldo, you're talking about Nedved, Figo, even Ronaldo, Beckham, right? They're important players.
But couldn't they just adapt to the wing-back role the way Ahmed did? Ahmed adapted brilliantly well. I don't think Garnacho wanted to adapt.
I would have liked to have seen Garnacho.
I would have liked to see Anthony adapt because I don't know, he always seemed like a really good defensive wide player. Does that make sense? Like a defensive... Yeah. Ten Hag used to always praise him for his defensive work. I really thought he would have done well in the left-back role.
He moaned every time. Every time
I know.
Ten Hag put him in that position, you could see him visibly moaning.
I know. Yeah. On the touchline, you could see it. And
but
Rashford was never going to do that.
He's done well in Betis, He's done well in Betis.
Yeah, but I mean, anyway. Yeah,
but that wing-back position, either way, investing in Amorim destabilizes the Man United squad. So I think anyway, by November, December, Amorim's going to be out. This isn't going to work. And I think based on that, United have to be very smart with what they do. Because Garnacho now, what he's done, his behaviour after has been unacceptable.
Yeah, right? After the final, right?
Rather than selling him, it might be better for them to put him on loan. Because United could use him in the future. It's the specific manager. But they've done that with Rashford instead because nobody really, whatever the dynamics of that was.
Yeah.
But send him on loan, right? Try and get rid of Sancho, try and get rid of Anthony. But Garnacho somehow hold on to him. But with FFP, that's why selling Bruno for 100 million solves a lot of problems. You get to keep players like Garnacho, you get to keep players like Mainu. The reason why Mainu doesn't fit in is this. Look, the Amorim system has worked. The 3-4-3 system has worked in the Premier League with one manager, and that was Conte. He won the Premier League straight away with that system, right? And in that team, he had Kante and Matic as his holding midfielders, and then Fabregas as well. Fabregas, I think there was a switching of it, right? So you need to have one holding midfielder who can pass the ball forward and between the lines, and Matic could actually do that. He's underrated in that sense. He got 7 assists that season. I liked him for Man United as well.
Yeah, I liked him too.
It's just he was old by the time he came to us, right? Yeah. And then you had Kante next to him, just chopping things up everywhere. The energy,
and that's why I'm saying
So Mainu,
we don't have that.
Mainu doesn't fit into that.
Yeah.
He does not fit into that mold. And if you're playing a 3-4-3, really what you're playing in some instances, you're playing a back seven. Because you get the wing backs falling back and you get the two holding defenders.
Yeah.
One of them is more of a box to box. One of them is a holding midfielder, and the other is a box to box.
Yeah.
Right? Mainu's not really a box to box. Mainu hasn't. I think Mainu's far better forward than he's defensive.
I agree. In the glimpses we saw of him in the 10.
He doesn't fit into this Amorim system. You're going to have to get rid of him. They're going to have to sign another midfielder to play alongside Ugarte, right? And then you lose your youth because you want to back Amorim. And I'll go back to the question, what has Amorim done to warrant the support? I don't think he's done anything.
Like I said before, I don't think he needed to do anything to warrant the support. I think they went into it thinking, okay, we've got our guy. Yeah, Ineos said, we've got our guy now. We're not dealing with someone else's leftovers in Ten Hag. And we're going to give him full backing for 2 transfer windows. And they gave him virtually no backing. They got Dorgu in. We needed much more. But I think we had to get Dorgu in. And I think that was it. And then I think so far we've done okay in this transfer window. Like I said, we need to get Sesko over the line. Maybe he is over the line by the time we've finished posting this. But we need to get central midfielder. And then I would say that's a successful season, successful transfer window.
What type of central midfielder?
Like I said,
another holding one,
a holding one,
someone to replace, or the box to box. Which one?
Because right now Bruno
someone
in there,
to play alongside
Bruno
Mainu,
in
or
there
someone
is
to play alongside Ugarte.
That's the thing. I've got no confidence in Mainu in there, Ugarte or Casemiro. It needs to be somebody who's good enough to play alongside Bruno. If Bruno is going to be put there, he's our club captain. We kept him,
so Bruno's definitely going to play.
So that's what I'm saying. If he's going to play if Bruno's playing in the 10 and somehow there's going to be, a rotation going on for the 10 position, which I'm all for that. Because remember in the past, we had world-class players rotating. 3 of them would rotate for 1 position. Or 4 strikers for 2 positions up front.
Don't remind the haters, but we only got weekend football in it.
That's true. That's true. I mean, you've got the occasional Carabao Cup, FA Cup.
One game a week.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I think my heart wants Mainu in there, but logically speaking, if Mainu is going to give a performances like last year, he won't be trusted in there. But just rewinding to what I was saying.
That's the way for me. I have to sacrifice what I think is far better and for the club just to support and back Amorim and his system, which I don't like anyway, right? Yeah. And you're saying that your point you're making is that he doesn't need to warrant trust.
Yeah, because
he didn't need to do anything because he was an Ineos choice.
He was their choice, and
I think Ineos still need to warrant trust.
No.
And that's maybe another conversation. Maybe if we go into that, if they want to watch it, we should actually talk about if Ineos have done a good job or not. But that's another one.
They've, like you said at the beginning of the episode, they have been all over the place. Yeah. Okay, why spend 200 million on players for Ten Hag and then sack him 3 months later?
Less than that.
Or less than that. Honestly, I think Ten Hag should have stayed. Finish the rest of the season, get him out, get Amorim in, and then because Amorim actually asked them if he could finish the season with Lisbon, right? Lisbon, Sporting. I mean,
Sporting.
Yeah. So, Sporting Lisbon, same team, same thing. So, what I'm saying is, Amorim is coming into his first full season with a ton of pressure. If you kept Ten Hag in there, let Ten Hag finish the season, and you never know, Ten Hag could have potentially turned it around with the £200 million worth of players that they got for him. By the way,
for his system as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have worked.
Exactly.
Inshallah.
Although some people say maybe they did it with a bit of a plan B thought that these guys might be good for another manager, but I don't think they're good for the 3-4-3 system. So, but anyway, the point is, then you get Amorim in for the new season. And there's no pressure on him, and there's he could actually go into this season with no pressure. And we've seen what happens when managers go in with no pressure, like Ten Hag's first season. Yeah, he got 3rd place. He won a cup. Yeah, so I think that should have been it. So that was a huge mistake, just mismanagement of misspending the director of football, we've had so many chopping changes so far, and then we go into the cuts they've done on the charities, on the events, on the staff that they've got rid of, the salary cuts. It's all messy, bro. It's all very, very messy.
And based on all of that, I think.
So I think it starts with the Glazers.
They don't inspire confidence. Ineos have not inspired any confidence.
It starts with the Glazers. They haven't warranted trust. Then Ineos.
And as a result, nor has Amorim for me. And the only thing that bugs me is that I think it's going to be another write-off season. But let's go back to the top 4, right? Top 5. So we're talking about. I don't think United will get top 5.
You don't think United will get?
Where do you think United will be this season?
I told you. I think we'll finish top. I think we'll finish in the Champions League spot.
Where?
I'd just say 5th.
Commit to something.
Yeah, 5th.
5th, yeah.
5th, I'm sure, is a Champions League spot.
Yeah.
So
from what I saw last time.
Yeah. So 5th. I think we'll finish 5th.
What about the rest of it?
What about who will win?
Yeah. What about the rest of the top 5?
So I'll start with who I think would win.
Go on.
I actually think Pep will come back.
Mm-hmm.
I think Man City are going to
win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't see Liverpool doing it.
Mm-hmm. Why? They've invested heavily. Why don't you think Liverpool?
I'll tell you why. I don't think Salah is going to give a season like he gave last year. I won't say he was playing for the contract, but generally speaking, when people smash it, get a wicked new contract.
As an Egyptian, you're going to go against your fellow Masri, yeah?
Yeah, but he's a Liverpool player, isn't it? No, I'm joking.
Okay. I like that loyalty.
I'm being completely unbiased, okay? So forget my bias, hating Liverpool and loving Salah for being Egyptian, putting all that to the side. I just don't see Salah performing like he did last year. And I do believe that Salah carried Liverpool last year. Absolutely carried them to the title.
He's also 33 now.
And yeah, he's got a body of a 28-year-old, let's be honest. Yeah, he's in great shape. So I don't think age is a factor, but I just don't think he'll perform as well as last year. And
when your legs
I know they had an amazing summer.
What did Jamie Carragher say? You leave the football for it leaves you, yeah? When your legs go, they go. Like Salah's 33
he's
now.
become a meme out of
but
that.
He's not just gonna like go from scoring 30 goals to nothing this season. But you think Salah's gonna have a dip?
I think he's going to have a dip.
Do you think that's going to have a knock-on effect on
I think
Liverpool?
It will.
Even if they sign Isaac.
Even though they've had 6 signings, but I don't...
is like top quality.
Yeah.
He's top quality.
I'll
put it out there. I think he's
going to... By the way, they'll probably challenge. They'll probably finish second, but I'm just saying...
He's going to take the Premier League by storm, in my opinion.
Who?
But
yeah.
However you pronounce it. He's going to do well.
Yeah, but I just think they'll probably just about miss out. So I'm not saying they're going to get out of the Champions League spots, but I think they'll probably finish second, and I think Man City will finish first. I think Man City...
Okay.
I don't think Pep has ever had 2 seasons of not winning something, right?
I don't know. I'm going to have to look at that one.
I don't think Pep has ever gone 2 full seasons of not winning a league.
See, now we're going to have a GOAT conversation with managers when you say stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
And then I think...
What about the rest of the top 4?
Yeah, and then I think it would be Arsenal, Chelsea and United. So I'd say Arsenal 3rd, Chelsea 4th, United 5th.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't see Newcastle, Aston Villa breaking in or who was the other one? Southampton. I don't see them even coming close.
Yeah.
I don't see Tottenham coming
Forest
close.
came 7th.
Sorry, Forest, not Southampton. Nottingham Forest. I don't see smaller teams, and I do consider Newcastle as a smaller team. I don't see them breaking in at all. I think it's going to restore back to the original 5.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? Who do you think is going to win the league?
With you. So
who do you think is going to win the league?
So let me explain mine now, right? I think it's going to be a close one. I think Liverpool bought really well. Them signing Wirtz, they've invested a lot of money there, right? Frimpong, it's at Cherky, left back as well.
Yeah.
But I think Liverpool's team has really dominated, and I think 2 of the players that were overlooked were Robertson and Trent, in terms of how many assists and goals and things like that they got. I think Robertson's gone a bit down and Trent has left, obviously. So I think they're going to miss them. So, there's a question mark there. Based on that, I also think City are going to win the league, inshallah.
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 Is that how much you hate Liverpool?
I'll be honest with you, man. I can't take Liverpool, and it is what it is. I've got more Liverpool fans around me, right? But anyway,
do you?
When I say inshallah, it is what it is. But
which
anyway,
fans do you hate the most?
Let's go.
Or do you dislike the most?
We grew
up in London.
It's a toss-up between Arsenal and Liverpool fans.
For me, it's a toss-up. It's straight Arsenal fans.
Do you interact?
I grew up in Highbury. I grew up in Highbury, and one of the reasons why I supported Man United was from how much I hated Arsenal. And you can't even say. Yeah, always. You can't even say like I was glory hunting because it was around the time where they were the Invincibles. So I should have supported Arsenal as a glory hunter.
You came into football late.
You know what? I'm talking getting really into it. I have memories.
I was a glory hunter. And I've got no shame in saying that. That's why you support a good football team when you're a kid.
Yeah,
because they're a good football team. Or they're your local, or your parents, your family do, right?
No, 100%.
So for me, it was my dad and my brother supported.
Was it 99? What sucked you in? Was it 99?
No, I started watching a little bit before that. But
so I was.
I don't remember it so well until 99. Until the treble, I don't remember it so well.
Yeah, my first memory of it's a bit weird that my first memory of United is when I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
Raw. Should be a lot younger.
Ooh, everybody knows your age now.
Crap. Everybody knows that I have childhood trauma.
You might have to.
No, I remember.
You might have to edit that part. But
I remember. I remember. No, but when I really got into football, you know, when you get into like year 7 and it's just like football is everything, and it's like there wasn't that much conversation on football. So yeah, football. I would say it was the time when Arsenal was the best. But I want to.
No,
sorry. Yeah. So who else are your top 4?
I think Man City will win. I think I don't have to pronounce the guy's name, but Rangers. I think his passing is quality. Like they signed somebody there, right? Cherky looks good. They've made some good signings. So I think
Gyökeres.
City. I think
is Gyökeres gonna unlock Arsenal?
See, we'll go to that because that's another thing there, right? So I think City will come first. I agree with you. Liverpool second.
Yeah, I
agree with you. Third for me is Chelsea. I think Chelsea have signed well. I think they've been on an upward trajectory. They had a good preseason. They won the Club World Cup and whatnot. Albeit that might have a knock-on effect in terms of how fit they are.
I think that's gonna.
But they've signed well, so I think they got good momentum. They're gonna rest up now, hopefully, and let's see what happens with Chelsea. I think I'm gonna go for third for them. Fourth, I'm gonna go for Arsenal, right? And that's because I'm not super impressed with their signings. I think Gyökeres is a question mark.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's a question mark.
He's not going to unlock their maximum potential?
He's the type of striker that they've been looking for, but I don't know if their midfield is super balanced yet. I know they signed Norgard from Bournemouth, but they've got Zubimendi, they've got Rice, and they've got their main guy. I forgot his name all of a sudden. Real Madrid. Who am I talking about? What's his name?
Odegaard.
That's it. Yeah, Odegaard. They've got them, so that'll be their midfield. And I don't know if that's.
Do you think Gyökeres might disrupt Arsenal? Because they were quite. No, they're not dominance, but they're they've been really good over the last few seasons in terms of challenging. Yeah. They've done it without an all out striker.
I just don't think he is as quality as. That has been mentioned. I don't think he's that good. He doesn't impress me.
It might be the Haaland effect because City never had an all-out striker for a while.
I don't think Gyökeres.
Haaland came and just like took them from there to there.
But I don't think Gyökeres is Haaland. I think they're different qualities.
No, not. Yeah, okay. I was more talking about the effect of
the effect. Yeah, but you have to have quality to have that effect.
So you don't think he has?
I don't think he has that.
Have you seen his?
Do you know what annoys me a lot about that?
Have you seen his numbers?
I've seen his numbers, but it's Portugal. Do you know what annoys me a lot about Gyökeres as well? And he's played in the Premier League before, by the way.
I know. Right?
At 22 as well.
Coventry?
He wasn't young. He was 22.
Yeah.
He's what Højlund is now, right?
But
true. Anyway.
He was a late bloomer.
Yeah. So, and that happened with Kane. So I'm not going to knock that. Maybe Gyökeres will turn out good.
Maybe Højlund will as well.
I'm not really backing him there in that sense. But you know what annoys me about the Gyökeres signing? Do you know how much did Arsenal pay for him?
I can't remember.
Like 55 million plus something. Right?
Yeah, but I don't.
Do you know what Man United were quoted for him when we were linked?
What?
In the 70s, 80s. There's not
Wasn't
even
that just all paper talk?
Even a. You've got the English tax, right? When an English player,
and then you've got United premium.
Then you've got the Premier League tax. If you're a Premier League player, you're going to pay more. Then there's a special bracket just for Man United. It's disgraceful.
Always.
And everything takes super long.
Always.
With Man United.
Or if you ever want to link your player to anyone, just link them to United and then
that's what the newspaper does as well.
Yeah. No, but I think with Gyökeres it's different. I think,
in fact, I
think if we won the Europa League, he would have come to us.
You think so?
Yeah. I think there was a story on that he was like
there was something
close to coming.
There was something out there.
Okay, and then where do you think United will finish then?
I think it's a write-off season.
A write-off season? What's a write-off season to you? What, outside of Champions League spot?
Yeah, we're not going to get outside.
So sixth is still a write-off?
I think we're going to...
look how the mighty have fallen.
I think Amorim is going to be sacked. Again, same time. We're looking at November, December. I think he's going to be sacked. And then we're going to bring somebody else in, and then it's going to depend on how that person does. Do you know what I mean? But I don't...
Man like Wayne Rooney,
I can't put... I can't put a number on Man United will end up, but I don't think they're going to get Champions League football this year. And I think Amorim will be sacked. I'll say that.
So apart from Amorim, who else do you think would be sacked first in the Premier League? All the Premier League teams. So put Amorim to the side.
All right. A bit of a controversial one, right? An outside bet as well. An outside bet for me is Arteta's going to be sacked this season.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because if Gyökeres doesn't work out,
Arteta's been their saviour, bro.
They have been. And as a Man United fan, I will take what Arsenal have had.
What?
Over what? Even with the trophies, by the way.
You sure?
Yeah, man. They've enjoyed football on a weekly basis. We've been crying on a weekly basis. And then we get the trophy at the end. We got a trophy at the end of the season,
moments,
which feels good.
Those moments have been amazing,
bro. Every week, I've been falling asleep at times watching Man United.
Okay,
it's been terrible.
But we've had our worst. We've had our worst phase. We've had our worst phase in history, and we've still got more trophies than Arsenal.
Exactly. So I love the fact that we're able to have that one over them.
Yeah.
But on a weekly basis, if I was going into school, I'd be crying every week. Man United losing every week. There's nothing. We've got nothing to think. You know, that's just how it's been.
Okay.
Right now, there's some hope. I'm telling you, based on preseason, there's some hope. Ahmad has done really good on that right wing back position. Really good, by the way. He's owned it. Dogu's been doing really good. You know, Mbeumo looks really good. Cunha looks good. Sesko, if he comes, changes things. So things could happen. Let's have hope. Otherwise,
has looked good,
otherwise,
by the way. I have to say, he looks sharp.
But he's going to be, if we get Sesko, he's going to be sold, isn't it?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, man, we need to bring some money. Who are we going to sell?
I don't see a reason why he should be sold. Who's going to fight for
Wage bill, FFP, all these things.
Who's going to fight for that striker position with him? Where's the competition? Xerxes. I love Xerxes, but he offers something totally different.
He's not an out striker. Yeah. Do you know what?
Obi Martins is going to challenge him?
I think Højlund should stay. I don't think Obi's ready yet.
Neither do I. I think he should get loaned out to the Championship, man.
Same here.
Put some muscle on him.
But what I do think, as an outside bet, I would like to see this because he's a free transfer right now.
No, don't.
I'd take Calvert-Lewin as a free transfer.
I was literally about to say, don't tell me.
I know you were. I'd take him as a free transfer. As a backup striker, as a free transfer, I'd take him.
We need to move away from that mentality, man.
No. As a free transfer, as a backup striker, I'd take him.
No, we're not freeloaders, bro. We're not freeloaders.
Bro, we are.
Okay, back to Arteta out. Go on.
We were fighting relegation last year.
No, we were fighting it, bro.
Come on, man.
Let's look at it. Let's just set the record straight, okay? Had we not been in the Europa League, we would have actually taken the last probably 8 Premier League matches much more serious.
Should we get Google?
And I think, I think we probably would have finished around 10th or 11th, somewhere like that.
Never.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Come on. We wrote off the season.
To go back to my negativity again.
Okay, but we were talking. I want to focus on. I want to laugh a bit on Arsenal.
One key part though, just to go back to my negativity about Amorim again, right?
Yeah.
The whole idea of giving him a preseason and to invest in him, right, is to say that, okay, has he now been able to transfer his vision of play onto the players? Now, when you watch Man United in preseason, even though 8 months of training, he hasn't been able to do that. When you watch Man United in preseason, I'm not seeing any new patterns of play. I'm not seeing that 3-4-3 system in action. Like,
what? You haven't seen the way we've been building out from the back?
You can't. No, literally, I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything that shows me a coherent style of play that says this is Amorim's team.
Really?
Right? So if a manager has not been able, if a manager has not been, apart from Dogu and Mainu, but I think that was happening with Dalot and
Dogu and Ahmed, you mean?
Yeah, Dogu and Ahmed. Yeah. But I think his vision hasn't transferred onto the team. So if a manager isn't able to transfer his message to the players and get them to play that way, particularly defensively, by the way, our defense is very open.
Okay.
Very open. Even though some of them look good, individually because they're good players. They're expensive for a reason, right? So based on that, I don't see anything even changing there. But you wanted to cuss Arsenal fans?
Yeah, I was just saying, like, why do you think Arteta's going to go? You think if Gyökeres doesn't work out, then that's it?
I think if Gyökeres doesn't work out, I think they're going to miss Partey. He's partying too much. Yeah. Anyway, so I think they're going to miss Partey. I don't know if Zubimendi is that type of player
to replace
him. And I think if they're planning to put Declan Rice there, then you're also missing out on Rice's legs in that midfield. So I think something is going to go there, even though those two young players coming through with them, they're left back and right, they're good. Right.
That 15-year-old.
So based on that, and also my main reason is this, and Arsenal fans, you're not going to like me for this, right? I think Arsenal fans are the most volatile fans there are in the world. They're one win away from thinking they're the best team in the world. Yeah. And then one loss away from jumping off a mountain. They're not happy with Arteta and what he's doing right now.
I know.
And as a Man United fan, I'm thinking
a lot of
your club are playing well. The quality of football is good.
Yeah.
Right? You're enjoying your team on a weekly basis. You're not winning. Back him, support him, because who are you going to get that's going to build on that?
Yeah. No. It's going to take forever to get something.
Right? Based on that pressure, because I think, the media might turn on him and these types of things. The media, humongous factor in everything.
Yeah.
I think outside, I think Arteta could be sacked this season.
Okay. Well, guys, you heard it here first.
Who do you think? What's your opinion? Like, no, I'm talking about Man United. So Amorim, you think is going to do good? You think he's going to get top 5?
Yeah, I'm Amorim in all the way. Yeah. I think he's charmed us all.
That's the absolute propaganda nonsense.
He's a dreamer.
Absolute propaganda nonsense.
He's made us all dream with him.
That's the part that bothers me more than anything
smile,
else.
His little quiff.
Bro, you can take
him.
You can go on a date with him if you like. But
Let me tell you something, okay? That was all a joke, right? Nonsense. But on one of my treks, I'll take it back to work, one of my hiking trips, it was Kilimanjaro, and I was, obviously, I'm leading a group to get to the top of the mountain and back down, right? And there was a girl that said, I know you've read the book, How to Win Friends and How to Win Friends and Influence People, something like that. Yeah, have you heard of the book? Yeah. It's like, I
think you said it right.
Yeah. And I was like, no, I've never even heard of it. And
you just naturally do it, mashallah.
So she was like, no, come on, you have. And I was like, no, wallah, I've never even heard of it. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Anyway, next trip, I'm in Everest, Nepal, and I've downloaded it on Audible, and I'm listening to it. And as I'm listening to it, I'm just like, oh my God, Amorim does so much of this. The guy has won us all over. Clearly that guy should be a politician.
Clearly not me.
Oh, clearly not you.
Clearly not me.
I think
what has he done?
He's built.
What's in that book that he's done? By the way, what's in that book that he's done?
The way he has built his connection with the media, bravo. Ten Hag, oh my God! If you just did 10% of what Amorim does, Amorim, bro, you need the media on your side.
We have to go to a wider point now. Forget football for a second, right?
Yeah.
You have to be able to think outside of what the media tell you. There's no doubt Amorim has got the media on his side. There's no doubt they were anti-Ten Hag before Ten Hag even came into Man United.
100%, because they wanted
Pochettino.
Yeah. I know.
So, but what I'm saying is, as a Man United fan, your point you have to think outside, not even as a Man United fan, as a human being, you have to think outside of what the media propagate to you.
No. My point isn't why I want him to stay, obviously.
Well, it sounds like that's your point.
No. My point is, I respect him. The whole he's charmed us was a joke, but I respect the way
that is what it is, though. That is the media narrative. He's charming.
No, but he's come in and he's been like, okay, let me just play my cards right and play the game. I need the media on my side.
He's made some serious faux pas when it comes to the media. They just haven't picked up on it.
Yeah. I know. If you were just to read his transcript, right, a transcript of what he says, you'll be like, huh. But the way he delivers it, you're like, no.
You're just you had a dreamy look in his face.
So he's built a good connection with the fans. He's very relatable.
Fans is debatable. You've got a whole Amorim out movement.
But he's very relatable. He says things how they are. If you say that he's been SHIT, he'll be like, yeah, we have. But the point is, I think
young and naive.
I get that.
And he's made statements. He's sold his players out publicly.
Okay.
More than once.
Yeah.
In 8 months. Not only has he lost Rashford,
I'm getting
he lost Garnacho as well.
I'm getting there. So
how do you do that?
He has a ruthlessness to him.
That's not ruthlessness.
Behind that smile. that makes me think, whoa, you know. And if you look at his history, the way he came in, the players he got rid of, players that he signed, the crazy training, rigorous programs that he put his players on, I'm hoping that it follows the same pattern. What can I say? Football. What does football mean to you?
And that right there is the media narrative around Amorim. All of those things that you just said. He did it previously in Sporting.
Yeah.
Look, he got rid of all these players and then he signed these specific players and this is what happened. And it's the same thing happening. We came 15th. He has not transferred any of his...
No. He hasn't...
He has not transferred
don't get me
any
wrong.
of his... And by the way, this is the first time in our history as supporting football fans. Yeah. We're judging a man not on his performance. We're judging a man based on he hasn't got his own players. What did you think of David Moyes?
I think he made a really, really bad decision to get rid of, to bring his whole new coaching.
Well, based on
he brought his own coaching team as opposed to use what was there, what was working.
Well, based on different time, different context.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
David Moyes signed 2 players in his tenure. That's it. That's all he had. He signed Fellaini.
No, but he
signed Mata.
But he lost the dressing room.
That was all.
If he had a bit of charm and personality, and if he had character, bro, he could have kept all of those world-class players.
That's the world we're living in, an extroverted world where you just charm people and results don't matter.
And put an arm around the shoulder,
substance doesn't matter. Okay, arm around the shoulder. Garnacho is leaving. You're one of your best young players.
But arm around the shoulder, leaving. But don't be an Ollie, don't be a Solskjaer that's going to be a doormat to let people's personalities dictate you and dominate you.
I like the way he dealt with Rashford.
Who? Ollie?
No.
Amorim.
I agree with that. Set him on loan, good move.
Yeah.
But then that repeated itself again towards the end of the season. You publicly cussed Garnacho, even though Garnacho's brother did whatever he did online. You publicly called him out and said Mount came on and he scored. And do you know what I mean? You don't.
It was almost he was justifying.
You're young.
He justified his decision.
He's young, and his youth shows in that. And he doesn't have the same. If you're talking about charm, Arteta's charming. Right,
Arteta is charming,
Amorim
but
in fact, right now, do you know what I'd say right now?
Arteta is not as likable because he's arrogant.
If Arsenal sack Arteta and Amorim gets sacked, I want Arteta at Man United.
No, don't be silly.
I'll take Arteta.
Get out of here, man. No way.
Do you know what I was looking at?
No way. He's in love with himself. He's so arrogant. Amorim is actually humble and relatable.
This show was supposed to be something different originally, right?
Yeah.
So I was doing my research on. I was looking at Arteta's signings at Arsenal.
Yeah.
They were shocking, bro. Some of these players I don't even remember anymore. He spent a lot of money. In fact...
Yeah, but they say if you get 20% of your signings right, you've done well.
Yeah, I mean, even some of Fergie's signings were shocking, right? But
some of them we don't even remember their names.
Exactly.
Yeah. But on the past, I do want to ask, something has been kind of trending lately, which is that I think... in most football discussions, people have always said that the greatest Premier League player of all time has been Thierry Henry. Okay, I personally disagree, but I think Ryan Giggs is better than him. But
do you think our United bias comes in here?
I think naturally it will.
Mine does.
But then,
and I don't care that it does.
But
that's
then
football.
Ryan Giggs carried. Not carried the team, but he carried on playing for almost 20 years. And
he had longevity.
I base it on longevity. Some people base it on how well you did in a period of one season. So maybe we could get into the topic of who's the best player of all Premier League time of performing in one season and who's the best overall. But anyway, I don't want to get into that for now. But the topic has been that Mohamed Salah has eclipsed Henry and is a greater Premier League player than him.
Okay.
And I'm going to read you out some stats.
Go on.
Okay. And the stats are that... Mohamed Salah has got very similar appearances. He's got 186 goals. Henry has 175. He's
got more goals.
He's got more goals.
Mashallah.
He's got more assists, 87 to 74. He's got more goal involvements. Well, naturally, he's got 4 golden boots as well as Henry, and they both have 2 Player of the Year awards.
How many seasons were they both in the Premier League? How many games are we comparing it to?
So Mohamed Salah has 301 appearances and Thierry Henry has 258. So probably a season less than Salah.
Yeah.
But the goals per game ratio is very similar, 0.62 and 0.68. So, and Mohamed Salah has won... as many Premier Leagues, I think more Champion League. Golden Boots, Player of the Season.
Habibi, Champions League, anything in Europe is a
sorry,
given.
Sorry, no.
Henry played for Arsenal. They have never won anything in Europe.
No, but he went on to Barcelona. No, forget what he did. We're just talking about Premier League. Okay,
Yeah,
so they both have 2 Premier League season.
I was just taking shots fired at
Okay,
Arsenal.
standard. I'm all for that. What do you think?
Who do I think is better?
It's
all round.
It's trending that Mohamed Salah is the better player.
I can't lie. For me,
as a United fan living in London, are you really going to say what I think you're going to say?
As a United fan living in London, I have to say, Henry just has more va-va-voom in it. He gets you off your seat. He was my most hated player because he did what he did to Man United so many times.
I hated Martin Keown the most.
Not
Martin Keown thought he did to Van Nistelrooy, but overall,
Keown wasn't quality.
Henry, he wasn't.
I hated Henry because he's the one I wanted at Man United.
No, I hated him so much I didn't even want him. I hated him because he outscored Van Nistelrooy. And I was like, there was that story of Van Nistelrooy after they'd win like 3-0 or 4-0, and he's on the bus on the way home, and he's seen that Henry has scored a goal, and he's one ahead of him in the goals tally, and he would be like really annoyed for the rest of that day because of that. And I was very relatable to me because I was annoyed as well. So I have to say, as much as I didn't like Henry, I have to say he did get you off your seat. The way he'd like dribble past the whole team from before the halfway line all the way to finishing in the most cutest of inside foot, twisting his body. The way he'd like hit it across the pitch diagonally and then chase it around and
do you remember what he did to Danny Mills in the corner flag?
What about Roy Carroll? That goal, the lob.
Yeah.
Henry, look, ultimately I think it comes down to what football means to you.
Henry was electrifying.
Yeah.
Salah is
you said it best.
Quality. But he doesn't. It's not as electrifying for me as.
Look, there have been moments from Salah. Remember the goal against City, the inside, outside, inside, and then Salah has had amazing moments, but I think recency bias plays in where people are just basing it on the most recent thing, which is Salah.
Young people that haven't seen on Rivalry.
And then it's just stats, man. And this is the thing of stats is that. It's taken away the game a bit. It's this kind of like fully, and just the mold of the player has totally changed. You could almost say like Pep Guardiola's genius mind and how he's elevated football. He's somewhat destroyed
He's taken wingers away from the game. There's no wingers. Wingers were my favorite players.
Yeah,
it's all about. I mean, I like it as well. It's nice, but you don't have the creativity, the instinct. It's not the same anymore. It's well-drilled machines.
And that's what Salah is. He's in great shape, and he's well-drilled, and he's extremely football smart, and knows exactly what to do in that position. But Henry just had something else about him, man. Look, bro, the eye test doesn't fail.
Yeah, that's why I'd go for the eye test.
Exactly.
Even with stats, by the way, I think stats lie. Like, you're not going to compare. You're not going to say
Henry, the cute little nutmeg here.
Again, Man United fan, right?
Yeah.
Andy Cole. He scored more Premier League goals than I think both of them right now.
But
Thierry's better. Thierry's just better.
Yeah. But Andy Cole's very underrated, though. Very underrated. He's never in the conversation, and it's but he's the third or fourth all-time top goal scorer.
We're gonna end up going into other areas.
But anyway, I just think like it all comes down to what does football mean to you, and a lot of people would say. It's based on trophies. It's based on goals scored, and a lot of people would base it on stats. But for me, it really is moments that get you, like you said, get you on the top of your seat, get you on the edge of your seat, and then make you fly off your seat in celebration. Just those oh my god moments. You know what I mean? I'm starting to sound like Rio Ferdinand here, but the point is, like, as a passionate fan of football, I want to see
those moments.
I want to see amazing football moments.
Yeah, but those moments they tend to correlate with victory and trophies for me. Right?
Do you see that in the modern day? Has football changed?
No, because for me, the modern day game of football has culminated in a really rubbish Man United team. I haven't had so many of them. Like
but football in general.
When we suddenly beat Liverpool with that Ahmad one, I was driving on my way. Right, and I was punching my hand and my steering wheel.
Yeah. You're talking about 4-3 FA Cup semi-final.
I was, my son was screaming. Like those moments were amazing.
Yeah.
Right, but they're very few and far in between for me. But in terms of what football means, what football means on the greater thing for me, no, I agree with what you're saying, but I do think you need trophies, you need stats. They matter, but I think there's an overall.
No, but we're talking about the judgment of an individual player, though.
There's an overall there's a overemphasis on statistics, and I think football has become smarter than it was before, right? And
as in the average player has become better.
I think just looking at it in terms of nutrition, in terms of tactics, in terms of
but for me, none of that is entertainment.
Things.
If you said that to me about wrestling, I'd be like, I don't care.
The thing is, I like that aspect of things.
Yeah, okay.
And just like with UFC, for example, I like that aspect of things.
Okay, so that appeals to you. Whereas for me, it's just honest,
in society,
really entertainment.
You find the nerdy gym guy, like nerdy gym bro, in an increase now. That's probably just what it is in terms of football as well.
Maybe.
You got people who are
11. I just see it as like 11 midfielders that are like faster than the average person, stronger and taller. Actually, the height not as much anymore as it used to be.
Football, without a doubt, was more exciting for me back then than now. There's no doubt about it. But I don't know that if that's because Man United are just not that good anymore.
Nah, man.
Or is that because of the quality of football?
Like even just that number 10 role, the wide winger role. The one that would go and hug the touchline and then step over and nutmeg someone. Or the number 10 that would do magic.
What era are you thinking about? Because the number 10 role, when we first started...
So wide players, I'm thinking of...
Like 4-4... You came from 4-4-2
I'm talking about
4-5-1.
I'm talking about the two...
And then 4-3-3.
But always out of the strikers, one would always drop in it. One would always drop that Ronaldinho kind of player. And you consider
that to be a number...
That Zidane kind of player.
York and Cole, neither of them would be number 10.
No, I'm not talking about the English style, two up front. I'm talking about the Del Piero. The one that would drop and create. Riquelme back in the day. You know, Totti. You know, I think Totti even invented that. They called it the 9.5 position. It was Totti's like that became a big deal, especially in European football, when it was like one all-out striker.
But I think the formation was different. European, like that's why Ferguson signed Veron, right? To play a 4-5-1.
To play in the 3,
And that's where the formations changed. It went 4-4-2, then we went 4-5-1.
Yeah.
Scholes played that role for us, right?
Yeah.
And then we went 4-3-3. And I'm still stuck in 4-3-3. I don't want to move to this 3-4-3 nonsense. It's a 7 at the back.
But Pep's played that formation a lot, you know.
What, 3-4-3?
Pep's played 3 at the back a lot.
Pep does not play any formation. Pep does Pep.
Yeah. No. He has no matter what he does, he has his But anyway, man, look, we could talk all day about this. And
is there a take-home message?
Is there a take-home message? We've reached the end of the episode. But guys, what do you think? So first of all, who do you think is going to win the league? Do you agree with me? Do you agree with Ahmed? Do you agree with who do you think is going to finish top 4? Who do you think is going to get sacked? Is football is the game that we love? Is it changing? Has it fully changed? Is it the same as it used to be?
Salah
or Henry? Yeah. Get commenting below. I hope you've liked this. It's a bit of a different episode, guys. We thought it's the summer. The season is starting very soon in a few days. We thought, why not have a football-related episode? If you like it, if you want more of this, comment below. And if we see that the views have been great and the comments and the people are demanding it, you never know. You might get us back here again, inshallah. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks again.
It's always good to speak about football.
Yeah. Away from the psychotherapy world.
Different version of it.
Okay. Guys, we've been AAA Talks. I've been your host, Muaz, and alongside me has been
Ahmed.
Take care. Assalamu alaikum.